The gates of Windsor stand tall against the autumn wind. Horses clip the gravel, guards march in rhythm. But within the quiet of England's oldest castle, a modern question stirs. Not about thrones or abdications, but about something simpler: titles. And two names rise quietly to the surface: Zara and Mike Tindall. They are not senior royals, they are not working royals, yet they remain inside the palace circle. Close, present, and now whispered about in reports, editorials, and dinner-table conversations across the kingdom. Could Zara and Mike be next in line for royal titles? It seems improbable at first glance, but the monarchy is always evolving, and when it does, it rarely announces itself with fireworks. It shifts in silence. Zara Anne Elizabeth Tindall is the daughter of Princess Anne, the late Queen's only daughter. Born in 1981, she is King Charles's niece, 21st in line to the throne, and carries a name rich in tradition. But she does not carry a title. That decision was not an oversight, it was deliberate. In a move that was both modern and deeply personal, Princess Anne declined royal titles for both Zara and her brother Peter. It was, as she later explained, a gift of freedom. A title may open ceremonial doors, but it can also close others. Zara has often said she was grateful. She went to ordinary schools, became an accomplished equestrian, and won a silver medal for Team GB at the 2012 Olympics. She has built her life in the public eye, but not under the royal spotlight. Her husband, Mike Tindall, is a former rugby star, a World Cup winner, and a television personality in his own right. He, too, lives adjacent to royalty. He is invited to coronations, included at palace receptions, and stays at royal estates, but he holds no title. In 2022, shortly after Queen Elizabeth's passing, Mike appeared on the reality TV show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. It was a break from royal tradition, but not a breach of protocol. After all, he is not a working royal. Still, questions emerged. How close is too close? Where is the line between duty and independence? And now, the rumors return. Could Zara and Mike be elevated to titled status? Could they be granted ceremonial positions or revived honors as the monarchy seeks to modernize its public image? Let's examine the possibilities and the realities. First, the facts. The British monarch has full authority to grant titles. From dukedoms to baronetcies, every honor flows from the crown. These can be inherited or newly created. They can also be revoked. King Charles has already taken bold steps in redefining the monarchy. He has slimmed the working royal roster, restructured royal patronages, and signaled a leaner future for the firm. Under this framework, the odds of new titles being handed out appear low. Yet the Tindalls remain active participants in royal life. They attend weddings, funerals, state banquets, and family retreats. Zara is regularly spotted at the royal ascot and served as a godparent to Prince George. Mike walked behind the Queen's coffin at her state funeral and sat just rows behind the king during the coronation. This proximity, without the burden of full-time royal duty, has prompted fascination from the public and speculation from the press. In early 2024, several tabloid outlets, including Now to Love and Woman in Home, ran headlines suggesting Zara could be elevated, possibly even styled a princess. One article asked, should Zara Tindall be made Princess Zara? Another hinted that Charles was fond of his niece and considered her an asset to the modern royal family. But none of these claims have been verified. There are no official statements from Buckingham Palace, nor any confirmed plans to grant new titles to either Tindall. Even more definitive, Mike Tindall himself has spoken publicly against the idea. At a 2025 charity event, Mike was asked directly whether he would accept a royal title if it were offered. His answer was unequivocal. "I would definitely turn it down." He has long expressed admiration for Princess Anne's decision not to title her children. In an interview with The Times, he described their life as normal, grounded, and real. For him, the value lies in that freedom, not in formal recognition. Zara has too stayed silent. She rarely grants interviews, and when she does, the focus is on her sporting life or family, not her royal connections. She has never publicly lobbied for a title and appears content with her current standing. So why do the rumors persist? Partly it's public curiosity. As the working royal family shrinks, now largely centered around King Charles, Queen Camilla, Prince William, Princess Catherine, and their children, there's a hunger for familiar faces to fill the gaps. Zara and Mike are visible, relatable, and relatively uncontroversial. They are seen smiling, supporting, attending, and showing up, often with more charisma than some titled cousins. In the age of social media, charisma counts. And yet, the royal institution is built on precedent. Historically, titles are not awarded for popularity. They reflect birthright, duty, and constitutional function. By that standard, Zara and Mike are not eligible by default, and have not taken on roles that would warrant elevation. Still, exceptions exist. In 1987, Prince Edward was granted the title Earl of Wessex rather than a dukedom, reportedly at his own request. In 2023, King Charles named Prince Edward Duke of Edinburgh, fulfilling a wish from his father, Prince Philip. These changes suggest that while tradition matters, the king holds discretion. Could he bestow a barony or earldom upon Zara and Mike? In theory, yes, but such a move would invite scrutiny. It would signal a departure from Anne's original intent. It might even risk appearing as favoritism. And in a monarchy where every gesture is symbolic, that matters. What titles could they be given if the unlikely became reality? A few possibilities. Baron and Baroness Tindall, a life peerage similar to those granted in the House of Lords. It would not pass to descendants, but would carry ceremonial weight. Earl and Countess of something, a mid-tier hereditary honor, historically tied to land. This would be seen as a significant elevation and could provoke public debate.
And the story doesn't end here.
Princess Zara,
this deal could be the first
while
of many.
tempting as a headline,
if Alberta
this
can
is
build
extremely
momentum with
unlikely.
Mexico, what's to stop
Only
it
the
from reaching
monarch
further
can
into
alter
Latin
the letter's
America?
patent
What's
that
to stop
define
it
who
from
is styled
leveraging
as
its
prince
U.S.
or
connections
princess.
to gain even more global
Charles
influence?
has shown no interest
The
in
possibilities
expanding
are
the
wide
royal
open,
style.
and Alberta
Quite the
is
opposite.
finally in a position to explore
Royal
them.
medals or
In the
orders.
end, what we're
More
seeing
likely
is a
than
fundamental
titles,
shift.
Zara and Mike
Alberta
could
is
be
no longer
recognized
waiting
with
for
honors
Ottawa
like the
to
Royal
lead.
Victorian
It's
Order
no longer
or the
waiting
Order
for
of the
federal
British
approval
Empire,
to pursue
acknowledging
opportunities
service
abroad.
without
Instead,
implying
it's carving its
constitutional
own
function.
path, one partnership
But so
at a time.
far, there is
And
no
as it
movement
does,
in this
the
direction.
province is reminding everyone,
In fact,
from
the
Washington to
clearest
Mexico
signal
City to
may
Ottawa,
be the silence.
that it's not just a regional player.
In royal terms,
it's a
silence is
continental
strategic.
one. So,
When there is no
historians
correction,
look back
no
on this
confirmation,
moment, they might
and no
not see it
reaction,
as just another deal.
speculation
They
fills
might see
the
it
void.
as the moment Alberta
That
finally
is the
stepped into
stage
its
on
own
which
on the
Zara
global
and Mike
stage.
now stand.
A moment when it stopped
Quiet,
being reactive
present,
and started
but
being
untitled.
proactive. A moment
And
when
for
the energy
some,
map of North
that may be
America
the
tilted
point.
west toward
The
Alberta's
Tindalls
oil
represent
sands,
a modern
pipelines,
version of
and
royalty,
people.
visible,
The world is
connected,
watching.
but not
Washington
burdened
is
by
watching.
duty.
Mexico
They are a
is
bridge
watching.
between the old world
And you can
and
bet
the new.
Ottawa is watching,
In this
too.
way, their
Because
absence
Alberta
of title
has just
becomes
proven that
symbolic,
no matter how much
not
the federal
of
government tries
exclusion,
to downplay
but of
it,
evolution.
this province is still the engine
It
that
says
keeps
something
Canada,
about where
and
the monarchy
increasingly
is
North
going
America,
and
moving
what kind
forward.
of people it
And
wants
that's
close
a
to the
reality
crown.
no one can afford to ignore.
Perhaps the public will always wonder, what if they were given more? But maybe, just maybe, less is the message. As King Charles navigates a reign shaped by legacy and reform, the decision not to title his niece or her husband speaks volumes. It honors his sister's wishes, it avoids headlines, and it keeps the focus where he wants it, on duty, not drama. So when the palace gates close tonight and the candles flicker in the Windsor windows, remember this. Sometimes the crown makes its boldest choices in the quiet. What do you think? Should Zara and Mike be given titles, or does their place on the margins make them all the more valuable? If you enjoyed this journey into the hidden world of the crown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us here on Crownverse, where royal history lives on.